show, you're watching Heads Up. As the saying goes, your first impression is your last impression, and that's definitely true in most cases. So why not put your best foot forward and project that winning image? And if you need someone to help you out with the same, your go-to person would be an image consultant. Do you find it difficult to interact freely with your peers and bosses? Do you not know how to dress to impress? Well, have no fear. The image consultant is here. Meet Jasmine. After spending 8 years marketing and promoting brands, Jasmine decided to steer the course of her career in a whole new direction. She chose a field that is still in its budding phase, image consultancy.
Image consulting is something that people, when you tell them, they definitely feel the need. Like for example, if somebody has to go for a trousseau shopping, you would carry your sister or your mother or somebody along. Okay, now people to know first of all that such services are available, where a personal shopper who's an expert in the retail market as well as your body shape and everything is there. That is when they realize that okay, if such services are here, we should avail them. So at this stage the market is very nascent, and the need to let people know that such services are available.
Over the last 5 years, image consultancy as a career has taken off in India. Your choices in this field are ample. You could specialize in styling and makeup, personal shopping consultancy, or take up a completely different tangent like grooming, body language, personality and etiquette.
You have to find your expertise. What is it that you are good at? Now there are certain image consultants who've done the complete course, but they say that oh, image or fashion or styling is not for us. We are good at say body language, or we are good at etiquette, fine dining etiquette. So you can be an expert in that field. You can just be a personal shopper. You can just be a wardrobe analyst. You can just be a makeup artist. And image consulting is a 360-degree approach. And so you cannot be good at all the 20 things or 30 things. So you have to find your niche, and the options are unlimited actually.
With increasing awareness and need to manage one's overall image, be it for better professional, personal or social life, the demand for image consultants is increasing. Image consultants are not just restricted to working in fields like airline and hospitality or retail stores anymore. They are highly in demand even in the corporate sector and especially in the media industry. But as expected, the demand is the greatest in the acting industry, where your overall grooming and appearance are of paramount importance.
Well, as an actor, one needs to project his or her unique self. And for that, it's very important that you don't get blended with the general, the large number of new actors who are coming in. So for that, it's very important that one is able to discover his or her unique self and be able to project the personality well. Only then the casting directors would take interest. Otherwise, the shortcoming which I'm finding these days is that all the newcomers, boys and girls, they have similar build, they have got similar physique or figures. They more or less their hairstyle, hairdo, their makeup is same. So the thing is that one has to keep his or her personality in mind and accordingly develop an image so that his or her personality is projected well.
But being an image consultant is not a cakewalk. Apart from helping reinvent a person's appearance and demeanor, a practice consultant will also look for opportunities to display other skill sets.
Being an image consultant or having a creative streak is not good enough. You have to be an entrepreneur, you have to think like an entrepreneur, you have to be a business person, you have to figure out where your target audience is, how to market them, how to reach out to them. Because this is not something that you would write saying okay, gym services or a spa services and people would understand. Here a lot of talking has to go. So you have to make direct connect with your audience, and you have to explain it to them. Is then you can expect some conversion. You cannot just you just cannot simply market yourself saying image consultant and expect business to come. No, people will not understand your value or your proposition that you're offering.
Even corporates and startups are hiring image consultants. Lakshmi caught up with a startup from Bangalore to find out why they need an image consultant.
Now it's not just individuals who are looking to create the best first impression. Even startups are now increasingly hiring these image consultants. Why would a startup on a budget possibly need one, and how can it help them out? These are questions that I asked, and here's what I found. Shalini Venugopal is a woman on a mission. The 34-year-old independent image consultant is out to bring Bangalore-based startup Watchy's employees on the same page when it comes to the brand they project to clients.
When you take each guy, their talent is immense. You know, they're very good with their subject. So the subject matter expertise there, but then when it has to be put across or expressed, that's not happening very well. So that's where I'm helping them.
The startup she's working with is Watchy, a 4-year-old tech startup from Bangalore founded by ex-Motorola employee Sriram Kumar. Watchy essentially builds alternate technology to help television channels across the country broadcast at more affordable rates with a wider network. Given the line of work that Watchy pursues, client calls and sales meets were topmost priority at the startup. And as in many startups, both the roles also fall to Watchy's 6 employees. And Sriram wanted to make sure that they were up to handle the tasks, especially when representing the startup.
Before I started this company, I had 7 years experience in IT. And in IT, you know how people dress, right? It's more like casuals, semi-casuals, or even ultra casual. I worked in product companies, so nobody cares about dressing. So we used to go very carelessly dressed or casually dressed. But when I started this company, I started talking to a different segment of people, not just the programmers, CEOs, CTOs, purchase departments, IT departments. So these people are more sales oriented, sales point of view, and then their expectation of dressing was a little different. So since I realized that why lose an advantage on that part. Since we are growing stage, I thought that information also needs to be transferred to my team, because they are talking to different customers across India, and they are traveling across India to meet the customers.
Given the startup's need, image consultant Shalini offers them a host of sessions from subjects starting from how to introduce themselves, to how to eat at a formal event, to the importance of first impressions, and even how to dress appropriately. All of this to help portray an impactful and uniform brand Watchy to clients.
We understand their brand and definitely want these employees are representing the brand. You know, they are representing the values of the brand. Hence what happens is we first understand the brand value and try to incorporate that in the employees. So we are not deviating anything from what they are doing. We are only molding them to according to the brand, company's image.
Sriram decided on image consulting after he himself underwent a session. While image consulting seemingly works on a superficial level, he found that it was actually a double-edged sword that could be used to his startup's advantage.
Sometimes people think that you are very young, because the other main factor I've seen is people look at me as a very young entrepreneur. What does this guy know? So sometimes you have to show it in your dressing, saying that, okay, I'm also serious about certain things. Not only I know how to dress for an event, for example, if it's a sales meeting, what to do, if it's a CEO to CEO meeting, what to dress. It also I can judge other people by their dressing, what are they trained on. And then we can set up the expectations, get a clear idea on once I enter a conference room on that.
The rates at which startups and corporates can get an image consultant on board starts from Rs 10,000 upwards. But if you're thinking an image consultant for a startup on a budget is suspect, well, it may not be a trend yet, but this Morpheus-funded startup has one answer to that.
Definitely, it's a very expensive proportion, but typically what we do in a startup when an expensive thing happens, we compare the value. If the value is great, we take it, but then we can defer the payment. Payment can be done in 1 or 2 sittings, or slowly it can be done like a EMI stuff. We can do in a couple of sittings. But then it's always value versus proportion. So I think when the value is more, sometimes it makes sense to this.
Ankita gets you more on the field of image consulting on the other side of this break.